Hello, good day and welcome back to my channel. In the previous lecture, which was the fourth lecture, we stopped at the functions of law. Today we begin the fifth lecture and we start by looking at the different types of law. Okay, Thomas Aquinas, who is a leading naturalist, that is a student of the Natural School of Law, is known to have divided law into four hierarchical orders, which are eternal law, divine law, natural law, and human law. Okay, and in this hierarchical order, eternal law is considered to be in the highest level, while human law is at the least of this order. Okay, so let us look at the definitions and conceptualizations of these types of law. Okay, first we begin with eternal law, which is lex aeterna. This is the first in the hierarchy, and it is a law that is considered to be exclusive to God, as God is considered to be the suprema potestas of the universe. He is capable of putting everything in order. He is capable of arranging things the way they are supposed to be. So God knoweth this law alone, and no man is capable of knowing the eternal law. Okay, this could be the law as it relates to creation. Okay, creation of the universe, biblical creation of the universe, where God orders things and things comes to pass. Okay, so the principal quality of the eternal law is that it is based on reasoning. It shows that there is so much orderliness in the universe, as God himself is in charge. He knoweth everybody. Even the Bible tells us that even before you were born, he knows what you will be. So that reasoning, that capacity of God to know things even before they happen, is the eternal law. Okay, so in the absence of that reasoning, in the absence of making sure that things are in order, then we should expect to see chaos, disorder, and anarchy in the society. So God, in his infinite power as the suprema potestas, as the eternal law portrays him to be, is capable of reasoning even before events, and then putting things in order to ensure coherence and coexistence among humanity and each other. Okay, so this is basically what the eternal law is all about. So next we go to the second hierarchy, which is divine law, or lex divina. Okay, it simply implies those laws that God has passed to man through revelations. Okay, it relates to those revelations that God has given to man as how we should conduct our lives. Good examples are the codes that God gave to Moses, which today we know as the Ten Commandments, okay, which governs things that as Christians or as human beings we are expected to do or not to do. Thou shalt not have any other God except me, thou shalt not kill, and so on and so forth. So these are divine laws given from God, by God, down to human, passed from God down to human, okay, through revelations and so on and so forth. So no matter the religion affiliation you find yourself in, either Christian, Muslim, traditionalist, Hindu, Buddhism, Judaism, Jewish, and so on and so forth, there are certain laws, regulations, and principles that the believers assume we are passed down from God to man. Okay, those are what we call the divine law. Okay, then natural law, or lex naturalis. This is the third in the hierarchy, and it relates to those laws that man developed by himself to regulate the affairs of man. Okay, the laws we developed based on the dictates of our own reasoning. Okay, based on our ability to say that this is right or this is wrong. Okay, it's mainly based on the principle of bonum facendum, malumque vitantum. Okay, that is to say, good must be done always and evil must be avoided. So based on our basic reasoning, based on these principles of reasoning which God himself as the suprema potestas by virtue of the eternal law has given us, we are now able to develop certain laws to ensure our overall coherence, coexistence in the society. So these are what we describe as natural law. It is founded mainly on the principle of morality and justice. That is to say, the law must be moral, in the sense that it must adhere to the social values, cultures, principles, and so on and so forth, obtainable within a given society. Okay, and it must be just. That is to say, everybody in that society must be considered equal before the law. Are you getting the point? Okay, so these are the two basic principles that govern the natural law. And finally, we have the human law, or lex humana. Okay, the least in the hierarchy of law, as opined by Thomas Aquinas, and it is also called man-made law or positive law. Okay, they represent those laws that man has made by himself to govern activities with one another. Okay, and they are designed to regulate human conduct. One major unique feature of this type of law is that, unlike most others, they are written down and can be assessed. For instance, our 1999 Constitution as amended is a good example of human law. We also have the acts of the parliament, decided cases, and so on and so forth. It leads to the human law itself leads to the theory of command. Okay, where it is said that the society is a product of the command of the uncommanded commander in a society. Okay, what are we trying to say? The command of the uncommanded commander. The uncommanded commander is the person whom the society has given power to command the entire affairs of the society. Okay, that person is the uncommanded commander. Then the uncommanded commander makes a command for the entire society to follow. Okay, so every 4 years, we elect people into the House of the Parliament, that is Senate, House of Rep, and House of Assembly. These people are the uncommanded commanders chosen by the society. Then when they go there, they make laws, legislations, and regulations as it relates to different activities in the society. And those laws are command to every member of the society to follow, whereby if you don't follow, then you will face the consequences that comes with it, irrespective of the fact that the society at large is bigger than those we elected. But for the fact that you have elected them and put them in that position, they will have become the uncommanded commanders, making commands that the entire society will follow. Are you getting the point? Okay, so basically, this is where we will end our lecture for today. We just looked at the different types of law, which are eternal law, the law made by God, divine law, the law passed down from God to man, natural law, the law man developed by a basic sense of reasoning, which we also pass down from generation to generation. Then the human law, the law made by man to regulate affairs in the society, relationship, conducts of man with each other or against each other. Are you getting the point? Okay. So thank you so much for being part of today's lecture, and I hope that you come back more, as in the 6th lecture we are going to look at the different classifications of law in detail, and it will be quite an honor to have you around. Meanwhile, don't forget to share, like, and comment on these videos. If you have any question in particular, just comment in the comment section and be assured that whatever question you ask will be answered. Hope to see you in our next video. Thank you.